Who knew there were so many rules to getting into a sorority?
Who knew it was that big a deal?
Yeah, pretty much. What is a big deal? Cupcakes. I love cupcakes.
Yeah, definitely, especially when Lori Wren, the Cupcake Queen and author of My Wicked Whisk, is back on the show as she is today. And we're looking specifically at one type of cupcake today, red velvet. You've shown off a lot of decoration and that kind of thing so far. What is it about red velvet that makes it different, other than just being red? There's something different about that cake, right?
A lot of people think it's just red food coloring in a vanilla or a chocolate cupcake. But actually, for people who don't like super, super sweet cupcakes or cake, it's a little bit tangy. It has a little bit of vinegar in it. It has some buttermilk in it. Yeah, and just a touch of cocoa powder. So I'm going to have you guys make up a batter today.
Okay, sounds
so
good.
you're actually I'm going to put you to work today. So we're going to do the wet ingredients first.
Okay.
Now today we're using a cup and a half of vegetable oil. Okay, and then here is the 1 teaspoon. I want you to measure out a teaspoon of white vinegar.
White vinegar, okay.
Yeah.
Who thought that vinegar would go well in cake?
I don't know, but
it's delicious, though.
I use it as well in my dark chocolate cake, and I don't know why. It just tends to add just a little bit of. I know. It just adds a little bit of tang. Now give me 2 teaspoons of the vanilla.
And this is homemade vanilla.
Yeah, I make my own vanilla
with
I
not imitation.
Buy the vanilla beans. No, never use imitation vanilla. It
That's
just, you can tell it just tastes awful. And now you're going to use 2 tablespoons of red food coloring, which is actually that whole bottle. So just dump that whole thing in, Spencer.
Nice. I'm just going to unscrew the top.
Yeah, you can unscrew the top, and I took off the little safety thing for you, so you wouldn't have to deal with that on there.
It's not childproof then? That's why I got it open.
If you wanted to make the red velvet without the food coloring, could you do that? I mean, would it still taste
yeah,
the same?
you absolutely can.
What color would it be?
It would be
whitish?
kind of a beige-ish because of the cocoa powder.
Okay.
And now I use about a tablespoon of cocoa powder in my red velvet cupcakes. But if you're going to do like a pink color or something that's a little bit lighter, you might want to go down to like a teaspoon on the cocoa powder so that the color doesn't get too muddy.
So it won't affect the taste too much if you mess with the cocoa.
No.
Mostly it's going to be color.
Yeah, mostly it's just going to be the color. And I've done, you know, for Bronco season coming up, there's a few Bronco fans around here. And so sometimes I'll substitute the red for a blue or an orange and do Bronco colored cupcakes, and that's always fun. So now you need to put
eggs?
Yeah, both eggs. You can't do that fancy one-handed crack. If you get shells in there, you're picking them out.
I don't think there's a shell in that one. I'm doing this one two-handed though.
All right. Good job. Here, I brought a towel so you can clean up.
Perfect, thank you. Yeah, I'll do this one two-handed. And then a little bit of cream as well.
And actually, that's buttermilk. That is a whole,
buttermilk, okay.
Yeah, this is a whole cup of buttermilk, but we're not going to add that yet. What I want you to do is whisk that up.
Okay.
I have about 20 whisks at home, which is, I think, why I need.
Is that why they're so wicked?
My wicked whisk, because I'm kind of obsessed with them. I love them and I collect them.
That's a good idea. I have one, and they're so hard to clean. Sometimes I just don't want to. And then if I had another one to work out.
I've got silicone whisks and metal whisks and
especially
all
when you're
kinds of
baking for Christmas and the holidays. And
that is awesome. All right, let's go over to Natalie, and we're going to do some dry ingredients. We're going to do. This is 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, and I like to buy the unbleached flour because I've heard from the experts that the bleaching process does affect the taste a little bit. So, and I'm all about the taste. And then this is 1.5 cups of granulated sugar.
I got the easy job, see?
You have the easy job. Now
she measured them for you.
I measured them for you, but
well, you measured my oil.
That's what I need. Honestly, my husband cooks more than I do because I am not.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the teaspoon measure. I want you to measure out 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of baking soda.
Okay, this might be hard.
Put it in the. And now a lot of people swear by sifting all your dry ingredients, but I think if you just whisk them up, it really does.
It serves the same purpose.
It serves the same purpose, except for the cocoa powder, because that gets really chunky.
I think you have plenty.
You're good.
I just dumped half of it in there. That's okay.
Yeah, these are going to be gigantic cupcakes now.
And so now just add this cocoa powder into the strainer. And we really do need to strain to sift the cocoa powder because it gets really chunky. You don't want big chunks of cocoa powder.
Just
take the small whisk and then just kind of mix it around and get that in there.
Oh, that's
so it's more than just shaking it too. That's what I've done is just shake it like that, but using a whisk on the inside.
That just makes it have to work a little faster.
Okay.
Yeah, it just goes a little faster that way. Natalie, you're a pro. You're doing a great job.
What can I say?
So we've got the wets, we've got the dry. Is that it for the dries?
Yeah.
Once she gets that done?
So what we're going to do is we're going to add the dry and the wet together, and then the buttermilk, and then we'll just. I like to use these little scoopers because they're all. Then you know that all your cupcakes are going to be the exact same size. This is about a 3 tablespoon scoop.
And they'll stop exactly at the top of the cup. It seems you always nail that, right?
Actually, if you fill it up about anywhere from 1/2 to 2/3 of the way, it comes out perfectly right on top. Okay, so we're going to add We're going to whisk this up just a little bit more.
I just hand it to you. I don't know what to do anymore.
Natalie's done.
Okay, and then just we'll add a third of it, and then you'll mix it up. And then we'll add a third of it and mix it up, and another third of it and mix it up. And we can alternate the dry ingredients with the buttermilk so that we get everything incorporated really well.
And are we using this whole thing of buttermilk?
We are using this whole thing of buttermilk.
Okay, so we're running a little low on time, so we'll put a little bit of the buttermilk in right here. So remember, the buttermilk is one of the ingredients.
Yes.
But you'll want to alternate the wet, the dry, a little bit of buttermilk, and do it in about 3 parts?
A whole cup of buttermilk.
Okay.
Yeah.
How does that look?
That looks great.
Is that what it's supposed to look like?
I wanted to also note that I made some apple cupcakes, decorated them as apples for back to school, because I love my teachers. I love teachers, and I just
a little bit of pretzel and what, mint leaf?
Yeah, it's a mint leaf and like a half of a pretzel stick to make the stem, and I'm going to bring those over to Eagle Hills Elementary today for all my wonderful teachers.
Lucky teachers over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, thanks so much for coming back and teaching us how to make this stuff as well.
You are welcome. I love being here.
Remember the key ingredients and a little bit of vinegar.
A little bit of vinegar, just a teaspoon.
And buttermilk.
And buttermilk.
Yeah. Cupcake Queen Lori Wren, thanks so much for being with us one more time. We've got final look at the community.